I want to start out by saying sorry for not updating in so long. I realized I didn't actually end up finishing the UK story, um, but it's a very, very long story, and I've been extremely busy. So, I ended in the train station at York before I was going to go see Alex and the other Juniata people. So, um, I got a taxi to York St. John, and my friend Meg met me there. So I hung out with her for a minute, and everyone else was in class at the time. So she and I were just talking, and we ended up going to, um, I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but it's like the York Museum of Art. Um, so we were walking there and talking about Brno and what York was like and how the drivers in York are insane and they think they're gonna die every day. Um, and we got to this museum and it was like really weird. Like it was a good museum, but the main exhibit was hats. Like the theme was just hats. So it was like a bunch of historic hats, and then on the walls were just pictures of people wearing hats. It was really weird. And then upstairs was like a big room of ceramics and another room of like um, old paintings and drawings of like fairy tales and kids books and like stories and stuff. So it was really cool. I mean, ceramics and kids books, perfect for me. So that was pretty cool. And then we ended up going to this market. Um, I just walked around for a little bit. Apparently, like every day in New York, there's a market that just sells like everything. But it's like every weekend there are different themes. So this weekend was like green foods and green stuff. So I was like looking for gifts for Allison and Jared and whoever. Um, and so we were walking around for a little bit, and I remembered that I needed to get some Jello because it doesn't exist in the Czech Republic, and we were trying to explain Jello shots to people here. It's kind of trashy, but whatever. We're talking about like American drinking styles, and Jello shots is number one. So we stopped into a grocery store and got some jelly, is what it's called, and it's like little cubes of like jelly, but you dissolve it in water and then make a big bowl of it, and it's like Jello. So, um, so we went and got that, and then went back to Meg's dorm and talked for a little more, and then our friend Siren came and we were talking a lot about just like everything, and like what it's like, like just living in New York. So after a little while, Alex finally came. She had class till like 7:30, so like we got along really really well. Like it was really fun. We ended last year kind of on a rough note, since we lived together, but it was so good seeing her. So the four of us went out to dinner with one of their friends who's also American. Um, we went out to this Indian place, which was really really good, and just talked for a while. So we got back to the dorm, and Alex and I were talking about art a lot. Like she's in a drawing class now. It was just like showing me one of her pieces, which I really liked. So we're doing that, and then I started like messing with my nose piercing because I had like a weird like blood blister basically, which was completely my fault. Like I messed with it way too much. So I was like trying to fix it, um, and I was thinking like this might be the end of nose ring. Um, but what happened was I accidentally pulled it through, which sucked. It was like awful. So Alex and I had decided before that we wanted to watch a movie, but the only movies we had were like really bad movies, and then X-Men 4. So we ended up watching that, and I was like half watching, half trying to put my nose ring back in for like 3 hours, and then I eventually just gave up. But um, so I like let it just I just took it out for a day, and then ended up putting this in, which is a little bit bigger and more obnoxious, but it's just like an earring that I cleaned off. Anyway, um, so one of Siren's girlfriend was visiting with some of her friends, and she's studying in Lille in France. So Alex and I slept in Alex's room with one of Steph's friends from France. So that was kind of cool. So we talked for a little bit, and that was the end of day one.